In this video, I'm going to show you everything that you need to know to be set up after the Great Plateau. What's up, YouTube? I'm Kat from KKJinxx Gaming for fun. If you're looking for a quick guide to get through, well, what I call the secondary tutorial, then this is the video for you. By the end of this video, you'll be all set to roam this open world action adventure game. But first things first, let's go seek out Impa. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is make your way towards these giant rocks. That's Dueling Peaks. They have a tower for you to activate. When you approach the tower, there will be a camp with a few red bokoblins and a blue bokoblin. As soon as you finish that camp, the same's on the other side. There's gonna be some more red bokoblins and some more blue bokoblins. When you get past all that, it's just a matter of jumping down, climbing up the tower, and getting it activated. And when you've finished with all that, go ahead and jump right down on this ledge here and follow it along to find some special treats. There are a few ore deposits that you can break for a prize. I recommend using a sledgehammer if you have one, but you can also use your remote bombs, but just plan on chasing your prize. And of course, you can also just use your regular weapons, but I don't really like to damage mine. But staying along the ledge there, you'll run right smack into Ree Dahee Shrine. And you'll definitely want to complete this shrine because that's where you're going to find the climber's bandana. And I'm going to go ahead and leave a link in the description on how to solve this shrine. Okay, continuing down the ledge until you see the next shrine, and you can jump from that ledge and you will make it over those spikes. But anyway, this is the Dahamar Shrine, and I'm also going to leave a link in the description for this shrine as well. But right outside this shrine is the Dueling Peaks horse stable. Stables always come with a cooking pot for cooking reasons, as well as passing time reasons. And there's always goodies laying around, and no one is even gonna try to stop you. Take everything. Okay. You'll also always find Beetle at horse stables, and depending on the time and or weather, he might be inside or wandering around outside. But he buys and he sells, and he's always got arrows and something pertaining to the area that you're in, so always go check him out. But often you can find books or side quests at horse stables, but some quests don't activate until other quests have been completed, and right now we have none. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do involves some hefty traveling. So I'm going to show you how to tame a horse companion to make traveling a little easier and a little faster. In this huge field, there are wild horses everywhere. You've just got to find the one you want. You'll usually see them in groups of 3 or more. The spotted ones are slower but easier to catch and tame and can be done with just 1 stamina wheel. If you've been following along, you should have some stamella shrooms which you can cook for an extra stamina wheel. I like to cook 4 stamella shrooms as that gives me 1 full green stamina wheel. And of course, if you have endura shrooms, that'll give you extra yellow wheels. And you will need this extra stamina wheel if you intend to catch a solid horse. They are faster, but they are harder to catch. So once you've found your horse, you want to crouch to be quiet and stay out of the horse's field of vision and make as little noise as possible. When you're right up next to the horse of your choice, press A to mount and immediately start soothing him by pressing the left bumper. Soothing him creates a bond, and you need this bond for the horse to cooperate with you. He will struggle until you bond with him. There's another way to bond with him. You can put apples or carrots or whatever horses like on the ground and he will eat them and he will bond with you, but apples are obviously easier to come by. When your horse is tame enough to control, you can take him back to the horse stable and get him registered. Slowly approach the horse stable while on horseback and press ZL until it targets the man working at the stable. Follow his instructions. He'll explain that for 20 rupees, they will saddle the horse and you can go to any horse stable and board or take your horse. You can register up to 5 horses, but I recommend saving 2 slots for horses that are part of side quests that you'll likely want to register. Okay, so leaving the horse stable, on our way to Impa, a tame horse will stay on the path, and that's what you want to do. The path will take you straight there, but there are some things that I want to show you on the way there. So just a little bit ways up here, you will see a big old Korok guy. His name is Hetsu, and he needs a little help from a friend. If you go talk to him, he'll tell you that the monsters took his beloved Maracas and that he wants them back. So we're just gonna come right up over here, and there are 3 blue bokoblins and a treasure chest containing the Maracas. Fight these guys to open the chest. I like to freeze them with ice arrows and then hit them because it deals more damage that way, but don't forget the Maracas in the chest before you leave. Now bring them back to Hetsu, and if you have at least 2 Korok seeds on you that the children hid around Hyrule, which, by the way, the number is 900. Yes, you heard me right. There are 900 Korok scattered all around Hyrule. And there is a link in the description for a Zelda interactive map that you can use on mobile or web from IGN.com. And it allows you to check off your Korok shrines, towers, and so much more with this map. But anyway, so Hetsu will expand your inventory for Korok seeds. seeds. And he even does a little dance for you. The first time you see him, he will only let you do it twice. Then he says he has to return back to his grandpa in the forest. But you can also find him just north of the Riverside Stable, but after that, he only resides at the Korok Forest, where you can upgrade as many times as you have seeds for, and every exchange results in a higher seed price for the next one. Anyhoosers, carrying on down the path will bring us right to Kakariko Village. Follow this path, but when you come to the fork that's either uphill or downhill, I like to go uphill. I like to go uphill to do this shrine, so that I have a travel gate back here. But if you go inside, you'll see that it is a teaching shrine, the Naeg Shrine, and it will teach you the skills that are critical to learn combat in the game. Just go inside, follow the instructions, and you'll do just fine. I will also leave a link in the description for that, just in case. But now it's time to come and talk to Impa, and she wants to deliver a message from Zelda from 100 years ago, but she thinks that it may be too much of a burden with no memory. To receive the message, you must be willing to risk your life. So talk to her again and tell her that you don't care about your life. Then she'll tell you the story of what happened, and the message is that you must free the 4 divine beasts. She also tells you that your Sheikah is incomplete and that you must go talk to Pyrrha at the Hateno Ancient Tech Lab. This also activates the Locked Memento's main quest. So now we want to go to Hateno Village. Staying on this path will take us straight there. And you can take your horse again. Riding the horse will allow you not only to traverse faster, but you can fly right by enemies if you want. So I do want to make a stop here at Fort Hateno on the way. There's a lot of decayed guardians out here, and going near them and pressing A when prompted will get you some ancient parts which you will use later. But going through the gate, there is a cabin over here, and it will lead you to a shrine quest, which I will put a link in the description for that as well, on how to solve that one. But you'll want to follow the path until the first fork, stay left, and then continue on, and we're going to come to a group of trees, and you're going to see almost a hidden path that forks to the right. You're going to follow that way down, and you'll see 2 red bokoblins and a hog. They're always there. And just follow that path until you reach Hateno Tower. Now, once you get up there, there's going to be just a few enemies that you have to take care of, nothing major. They're just red ones, and you can even just run right past them. But you'll see that there are vines all around the tower, and they need to be burned. In the close vicinity, there is a tree with a cooking pot and a torch, but watch out because there's also a bokoblin. But take care of him, and you can light the cooking pot if you have at least 1 fire arrow, and then you can use your torch to relight it, or your light regular arrows if you can, as long as you can get it lit the first time. I like to burn as many of the vines from ground level as I can, because it can sometimes be difficult to reach the vines when you're on those small platforms. I have fallen off before. But once you get all that done, then you can finish climbing the tower, get it activated, and then I'm gonna jump right back down to my horse, and I'm gonna follow this back to Hateno Village. And if you grabbed that torch by the tower, good for you. If you didn't, I suggest following the path all the way to the Hateno Ancient Tech Lab and grab the torch on the left right inside the door, and then jump across to the blue flame that you can see from up there. If you already had the torch, you can just walk right back around this way to the blue flame. And now all you gotta do here is just light these lanterns. Lighting them is helpful in case it starts raining or you run into enemies and you need to relight your torch. Once it's lit, it stays lit. Just light them on the way to the tech lab and light the furnace right outside. And this will create a travel gate to the Ancient Tech Lab. So then go inside and talk to Pyrrha. She's a little quirky, but she's fun. And she'll tell you that she's the director and that she can repair your Sheikah. And that she also looks like a child because of a failed experiment. And you can go read all about it in your diary, but she recommends that you don't because it's embarrassing. I'll leave that up to you. So once you go to repair your Sheikah, this will give you the camera rune. With the camera rune, you can take pictures and add them into your compendium, and then you can use your Sheikah sensor to find that specific thing. But the other thing that you can do here before you leave, if you have the ancient parts, you can upgrade other runes. And I would recommend doing that ASAP for real because it makes the runes recharge faster. And once you upgrade the stasis rune, which you need 3 ancient cores to do, then you can actually freeze enemies, which is so helpful. But anywho, so the next thing we want to do, since we need to go talk to Impa again and let her know that we got the camera, I'm going to go ahead and just teleport back to her for time's sake. Now that we're here, if you go talk to Impa, she's going to tell you that now since you have the camera and some of the pictures that Zelda took, you were likely there, and visiting these places might jog your memory. So there are a total of 18 base game memories, which some of you get when completing certain quests, and 12 of them you have to go to the location to get, and then there are 5 additional memories if you have the expansion pass DLC. And I'm going to take you to the first one, and you'll see why in just a bit. You can even find these memories through the interactive map linked in the description. or you can find them based on the picture. So just make your way there over to the East Lanaroo Gate, but be careful because there is a Lionel on the other side, and I recommend taking a picture of him because you are going to need a picture of a red-maned Lionel for a future quest. But once you go up to the memory, it will start to glow yellow and you can examine it, and after the cutscene, your captured memories quest will update. So once that happens, you've got your picture, you're ready to go. We are gonna go ahead and teleport back to Impa, and she is going to give us the Champions Tunic that she's been holding on to for 100 years. And that's it, folks. That is the most important things you need to know after the Great Plateau, and now you are all set up to do whatever you want. So, okay, so the next quick guides are going to be the Divine Beast, so make sure that you smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to punch that bell square in the face. This is KKJinxx, over and out.